Welcome back, children. So let us move on to the another points of the chapter, the making of a scientist. In the last part, we have discussed about Richard Albright, his childhood hobby of collecting butterflies, not only butterflies but rocks, fossils, coins, and he was an eager astronomer, gazing at the stars all the night, right? And then we have seen an inspiration in the form of mother he got. She provided the atmosphere, bought everything, took him on trips, bought telescopes, microscopes, cameras, all the other equipments, and at the dinner table also that sit together, discussion on the different things. She provided not the physical work whenever that he was without work, but something work which where he could learn. So in this way, and lastly we have seen his mother, that she got a book for him, and the name of the book. What is the name of the book? The Travels of Monarch X. This is what. And this book, in which it was given how the monarch, that butterflies that they migrate to Central America. And Albright said, Richard, the book had opened the world of science, or the doors of science, for a young collector. It means for him. And at the end of this book, the readers were invited, right? The Travels of Monarch X. At the last end of this book, the readers were invited to help study the butterfly migrations, right? To help them by, and asked to take the butterflies, to help in study of the butterflies, and asked the readers to take the butterflies by Dr. The name is given Frederick A. Urquhart, right? Dr. Frederick A. Urquhart. I have not written the full name here. That will do. And he was belongs to the from University of Toronto in Canada. This man, Dr. Urquhart, famous in that field. So the mother, later on, Richard's mother, that she wrote to Dr. It means Frederick A. Urquhart, that she wrote. And very soon what happened, Richard Albright, he was attaching the tags to the wings of the butterflies. It means he started doing the work. She asked for the help to him, to Dr. Urquhart, for her son, and he provided the help for him. It means for Richard. When mother wrote, and he started his work, it means making the tags, attaching the tags to the wings of the butterflies, monarch butterflies, right? And he also, for example, found, and it has been also suggested by Dr. Urquhart. For example, to the readers, if you found the butterflies which have been tagged to the wings, so what you do, you send to Dr. Urquhart. It means you send it to me. It had been written there. He suggested to the readers. So Richard said it was really difficult at that time to catch one by one, right? Because he couldn't catch, it means won't catch many of butterflies, monarch butterflies. So what he do, that he decided to raise a flock of butterfly. How to raise a flock of butterflies? That he caught, for example, he would catch a female butterfly, monarch butterfly, right? Because he wanted one by one, it won't possible. So that is why he decided to raise a flock of butterflies. So for that, he would catch a female monarch butterfly and and he would take the eggs, and he would, for example, he would raise the eggs or keep the eggs in his basement, a kind of special structures made for the birds for their growth, right? So in the basements, so then the life cycle starts. First he starts from the eggs and then keeping in the basement or that whole structure, and in this way the life cycle from eggs to caterpillars, pupa, right, and then adults, monarch butterflies. It means this way then he started raising the butterflies, monarch butterflies in his artificial basement, right? When he found that it is not possible to catch one by one, won't catch them, so after that with the help of female monarch butterflies, that he started raising eggs, taking eggs and keeping in the basement, raising in the basement, and then life cycle starts. Then he would, after that he would tag the wings of the butterflies and let them go. That was his procedure, right? Raising the butterflies in his artificial basement or that place, then he would tag the wings of the monarch butterflies and then he would let them go. Who? Richard. So in this way the procedure started, that he had begun. So almost within few years that his basement had become home to the thousands of the monarch butterflies, because why? He had started raising a flock of butterflies in that basement. So that is why that basement had become a home for thousands of monarch butterflies within few years. After that, eventually, but what happened in this procedure, that he began to lose his interest. So the question is coming, why did he begin to lose his interest? Because it was a tedious job. Tedious means boring something, and he did not get much support or the feedback. For what? Whatever he was doing, raising a flock of butterfly in his basement, in that artificial place, and attaching them the tag to their wings, and then after that let them go, and still also that he didn't get much feedback, and hardly, for example, he could get only 2. It means he had recaptured only 2 butterflies which he had tracked, only 2 butterflies, and that were also not, for example, they were also not more than 75 miles from that place where he lived. It means that they have not gone more than 75 miles away from that place where Richard lived. So that is why he began to lose interest, not getting the feedback, and only 2 recaptured the birds which he had tagged, and those also birds not crossed more than 75 miles. So that is the reason why he began to lose interest. So now after that, then in the 7th grade, what happened? When he was in the 7th grade, that he got a hint of what real science is. Who? Richard. He got a hint that actually what is the meaning of real science, because that time he entered a county science fair, right? And in that fair, that competition fair he had lost. He didn't get any prize, and he was thinking at that time. It means it was really a sad feeling. It was really a sad feeling to sit there and not getting any prize. Else others that they got the prize, and he was sitting without prize. Really, it was a bad feeling that he felt at that time. Who? Richard. and especially his topic was, his entry was on the slides of frog tissues. That was his entry. It means he did the experiments on this slides of frog tissues, right? And he didn't get any prize. But he learned one thing there. Just like it is said that though in the first effort if we are failed, but do not get nervous or don't give up. Try to learn something from that failure, right? Where I was wrong. The same thing Richard did here. What he did, that he learned that where was I wrong at that time, and he came to know that, he learned that the winners, that they did real experiments. What the winners did, the children who got the prize, that they had done real experiments, and he had gone through microscope something, Richard, and he had learned one thing, that if we want to do something, we have to do the real experiments, not mere display. No, not mere exhibition. So real experiments that he learned, right? This thing. So after that, we know that this fact already. Richard, he had a competitive spirit. So because of that, he took the decision. He decided that next year that he would get the prize. He would win next year anyhow. Enter that county's fair, and he would get the prize. And subject he knew already, he had decided, and the subject was insect. The work which he had already been doing from the past several years. The same work, it means insect, that he decided to take this time for the next science fair. Which topic he decided? Insect, which he had been doing from the past several years, right? In the past several years. So after that, his mother, it means Richard Ebright, then he wrote to Dr. Urquhart because he wanted to do something. Because first county science fair he had lost. He didn't get any prize, but he learned few things, that we need to do real experiments. So that is why he chose the topic insect for the second county science fair, and he, along with that, he wrote a letter to Dr. Urquhart for what? For the suggestions. And in back, what happened? In back came a stock of suggestions, a pile of suggestions, plenty of suggestions from Dr. Urquhart. And those suggestions, because of his suggestion, that he could kept himself busy throughout the high school life. His suggestions, Dr. Urquhart, suggestions that kept him busy throughout his high school life or the career. And that time he almost he got the prize, not only in county but also international science fair, because of that effort, right? That led him to get the prize, that projects in county plus international science fair. The project which he had been working in the past several years, that is insect. He chose the same project this time, and it led to get the prize, right? So now, when Richard was in 8th grade, right? This is also important question, because it has been asked in your exam, board exam, appeared this question, which described the event when he was in the 8th grade, or what he did in the 8th grade. So what happened in the especially 8th grade? Richard, that he decided to do something there. He tried to find the cause of a viral disease. what he did, that he decided to do the research on viral disease, especially, right? Viral disease, because which kills the monarch butterflies every year. He wanted to make the research, invent on that topic, that how the monarch butterflies every year that they have been killed killed by because of this viral disease, that they are died because of this viral disease, that he wanted to do something. So Ebright thought that this is definitely might be carried by for example, it is given here a beetle. What did he think first of all? When he tried to find out the real cause of the viral disease behind the death of the monarch butterflies every year, that he thought first of all that this is might have been carried by a beetle, right? This one, beetle, B-E-E-T-L-E. So to check this, what he did, that he raised the monarch butterflies in the presence of beetle. He put them together because he wanted to invent, find out the real cause, viral disease. Actually, in the presence of the beetle, whether that they are being, for example, died or not, that he wanted to do. So that is why that he did the research. He put them together. He raised the monarch butterflies in the presence or the monarch caterpillars, especially in the presence of beetles, and but no result found at that time. What happened when he raised the caterpillars, right, in the presence of beetles? That time he did not find any result, but his projector that owned him the prize, that gave him the prize. Because why? He did something real this time. He raised the caterpillars in the presence of beetles. He did real. So that is why he got the prize. Right? And one more thing next, that is a theory on viceroy butterflies and monarch butterflies. Right? The next year, his science fair project testing the theory that viceroy butterflies copy the monarch butterflies. Right? That was his project. Viceroy butterfly and the monarch butterflies. Right? And because the theory was that viceroy butterfly, they looks like monarch butterflies. So that is why that they used to do the copy. And one more thing, monarch butterflies, they do not taste good for the birds, but instead of that, viceroy butterflies, they do taste good for the birds as a food for the birds. So that is why the birds, they became the victim of the birds. Who? Viceroy butterflies. So that is why that they try to copy monarch butterflies, by which they could look like monarch, to protect themselves from the birds, other birds. But one more thing, and so the more they look like, for example, monarch butterflies, so less likely, they are to become the food of the birds. So that is why, according to him, viceroy butterfly copy the monarch butterflies. Why? Because they do not want to become the victim of the birds or the food of the birds. So that is why they try to they copy monarch butterflies. But here Ebright's project was to see whether in fact the birds would copy the monarch butterflies or not. But he found that starling birds, one is given here, starling, the name of the bird. Starling birds, that especially they would not eat ordinary food. Who do not eat ordinary food? Starling birds. They would eat only monarch butterflies. Only monarch, he found. So later on, and it would get only monarch butterflies. So later on he said in his research everything, but in between some other people also that they did the research and they found that really, for example, the Viceroy that they copy the monarch butterflies, right? To copy the monarch. So this project also almost was placed first in the zoology, division, and third overall in the county science fair. Which project? To check whether Viceroy butterflies copy the monarch butterflies or not. And in research he found that one starling birds that he eat only monarch butterflies, not anything else. And the reason behind the copy, only one, because they look like, Viceroy look like monarch butterflies, and they do test good for the birds. Who test good for the birds? Viceroy butterflies. But monarch butterflies, they do not test good for the birds. So that is why the more they look like monarch butterflies, so less likely that they become the victim or the food of the birds. So that is why. But later on, one example, starling birds eating only monarch, that is also given. But after the research, the people found that really Viceroy copied monarchs. So that project gave him the prize or stood first in the zoology, for example, division, and third overall in the county science fair. Right? So in this way, these points that we have learned now. The rest of the things that we will be discussed in the one more video module. Thank you.